their platform.
Listen, we can tape this again.
It's going live.
No, it's gonna stop.
It's going live right now.
It's gonna stop.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Can we just record it?
Yep.
yeah, let's record it because
And
Steve
we're
has a
recording.
doctor's
blind.
because Steve is blind and has can I quote you?
What?
That what you just said. Hey, everybody, hi. Welcome to Lunch Break with ATI, Actors Theater of Indiana. My name is Cindy Collins. I'm one of the co-founders here at ATI. We are the resident professional theater company at the Center for the Performing Arts, and we are here, as usual, in our offices for our weekly podcast. And this week, I have my friend Steve Greenberg. Now, Steve is wearing one of my favorite colors, orange. If I knew you were going to wear orange to match the ukulele, I would have worn one.
It's actually coral.
Okay. Oh, God. You know, I messed
Split
up.
hairs here.
I messed up already. Coral. Okay. And seafoam green, I guess I could have worn, so we could really look,
That's all right.
really
We're
look
fine.
beachy.
It's going to be fine.
Okay. Well, I hope
Relax.
so. I am. I could, if I was more relaxed, I'd be in a coma.
Don't do that.
No. Hey, listen. So Steve, before we get into that, before we get into all of you, Mr. Greenberg.
That's a mess. Go ahead.
Well, we're going to venture into it
Okay.
anyway. We're brave here
Okay.
at ATI. So just a little shout out to Queen Elizabeth II. Obviously, everyone knows that she passed away. And this is our first podcast since she has passed away. So I hung up some queenly hats in the back in honor of her. Of course, that is the end of an era, not only for Great Britain, but I think the world. We'll never see her like again. We will never see another monarch that will reign as long as she did, ever. So she is being transported from Buckingham Palace to the Abbey, and that was done this morning, our time, afternoon their time. But and then she'll sit in state, and then the funeral will be on Monday. And it's crazy when you watch that stuff, because I actually did watch it this morning and harken back to Princess Diana's funeral. The last time it was such a big to-do. And the walk, and they walk from Buckingham Palace to the Abbey, and it's oh my gosh.
Part of the fabric of their tradition.
It really is. And everyone's lined the streets, and it was so quiet, very quiet. But then when they got to certain sections, the massive amounts of applause, And so they're made of pretty stern stuff over there. But anyway, just let's remember that. She was a one of a kind, that's for sure. And you don't get many people who serve their country that long with such dedication and loyalty. So hats off to the Queen. So anyway, all right, now, Mr. Greenberg.
Yes, ma'am.
You are, we had your cohort here, Brian Kelly, a few weeks ago. And Brian and I ran the gamut about Current and talked about how important a local newspaper is. Of course it is, and how great Current is to us, and how you have like 5 publications. I mean, we
6, but that's okay.
6, and his shirt is coral, and so we that's two strikes against me. So
You get 4.
oh, yeah, and he's generous too. So
Well, we're friends.
I guess you could say that.
Okay.
I mean, I just say that for the camera.
It's not real? I'm out of here. Are we done?
You have to grin and bear it for at
Okay.
least another 10 minutes.
I got you.
So listen, so all of that is wonderful, and you're awesome, and you guys are so fantastic over there to us.
We really love the partnership.
We do too, and I mean that. I really mean it. You guys are so cool. You're so great. And what I was saying to Brian is like, you're so different. You and Brian are so different, right? And that's what makes that. I think that's what makes
opposites.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's what makes that newspaper so great. Because here he comes, here you come, and like you said, polar opposites, but yet you come together and you make this publication. And I think that's why I like it. I can speak for
Thank
myself. I read it every week, and that's why I like it.
I appreciate that. I guess I'd like to say that in as much as it was our brainchild back in the day, as they say, we win with the people, and so the folks who work with us, I don't like to say work for us.
I say this, yeah. I
who
agree.
work with us comprise our second families. So we're very fortunate to have the level of skill and talent and all that.
I think that's nice because you're a smaller paper, so you all work so tightly together. And like you said, it's like a family. I mean, Dennis O'Malley's been with you guys
Since before day one.
right. So you have Dennis, who's a great guy.
Yes.
Oh, God, and a real, character. And, I mean, this is great.
You could fill a half hour with him talking
Well,
about his baseball hats.
He and Jill will be on,
Okay, good.
I believe in October.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, they have to be on together. I wanted them
The
together.
former Miss Indiana.
I say that all the time. Anytime I can spit that out about her, I do.
Yeah.
All the time.
I'm sure she loves
Oh,
it.
she gets a kick out of it. I said, "Are you bringing your sash?" We used to be like, "Where's your Jill? Where's your sash?" She's like, "Oh, I have it somewhere." And we were Judy and I are dying to see it. So
It's probably in Dennis's museum.
it might be and the hats like she made.
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole other segment about Dennis O'Malley's
But tune
hats.
in for that for sure.
Yeah. Oh. And yes, because I want him to do something on that show that I'll leave it for a little surprise that he's just a new endeavor of
Yes.
his, and so I want him to
Musical, I believe.
It is a musical endeavor, and I want him to do that on the podcast.
I think I was his first test pattern.
Well,
And it worked.
oh, really? Okay, good,
It did.
good. I've heard it too.
Mhm.
So, gosh, so great guy. Anyway, all right, so let's cut to you are a musician.
Is this scene two?
Well, we're just segueing.
Okay.
We call it a segue.
I
Okay?
don't know this theater stuff.
We're just segueing, all
Okay.
right? So let's segue, that's a big word, into your musical world, okay?
Okay.
You are a musician. You did have a band, Dwight Lightning,
Still do?
and the Conch
Conch
City
City.
All-Stars. Okay, and they, you guys did a concert with
We did a
us.
fundraiser.
Fundraise concert over like 2 summers ago now, or was
At the
it? My
Studio
gosh,
Theater,
you know,
yeah.
it was right, the Studio Theater. And so, so that is super, super fun. However, now you have a new endeavor, a new band.
Parallel.
So this is plus Dwight
Yes.
Lightning. Okay, all
Because
right.
one band was not enough.
And it never is. So this is Barometer Soup. Yeah, tell me the whole title.
Stir that up. Well, it's
Right now I am. Go.
liberally lifted from a song
Okay.
and an album of similar title. I like the way it sounded,
Okay.
and I love that song. But it's a Jimmy Buffett tribute band,
Okay.
player for player, so there's 12 on deck on the stage.
12 in the band?
12 in the band,
Whoo!
and we're playing the music, playing and singing the music, hopefully singing, note for note.
Okay.
And I do a little storytelling to help folks
Oh,
understand the genesis of a song, or maybe what inspired him to write it,
Okay.
and just a little bit of history. It's more singing and playing than talking, but
Okay.
when it's appropriate.
I think that's great. I mean, you guys, you did you already have some Buffett under your belt, excuse me. You already have some Buffett under your belt with Dwight Lightning, because I know you guys did Buffett. But you guys, that band,
This is exclusively.
right, that band, you're covering a few different artists. But this is just Jimmy Buffett. That's it.
Well,
And it's
Yes,
good. And
but-
a history, and a little education too.
true, but it also involves some covers of others
Okay.
that Jimmy Buffett has covered and continues
Okay,
to cover.
okay.
For instance,
Yes.
he's good friends with Stephen Stills,
Oh,
so
all right.
how,
Probably got
how can you not do
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young in there.
Southern Cross, right?
Oh, that's such a good song.
Yeah, at a different tempo,
Oh, I love that song.
with horns and steel drums. And,
Yeah, so you 12. Now listen, that's a lot going on, because Dwight Lightning doesn't have 12. What
No.
you guys have 7 or something, even with the singer, the female singer, and you're going to have that too with
Yeah.
this, right?
Yeah, we have 3 female vocalists, one of which plays anything with keys, accordion. Yeah, She's tremendous.
What?
Sarah Scarborough McLaughlin.
Oh my gosh.
She, I'll tell you what, Tim Wright of the Wright Brothers.
Yes, I know he's with you.
He, well, I think I'm with him, actually, because he
Okay.
came to me and he said, what do you think about starting a Buffett cover band?
Mhm.
And I said, a cover band? He goes, more a tribute band. And I said, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And so we started sharing ideas and various thoughts on this. And Tim has been in the music industry for so long, and he has so many connections
Yeah.
that he was the chief cat herder to get everybody on board.
And that's true. I mean, and you have 12, and then you're like, okay, when are we having rehearsals?
God bless Tim Wright.
Right, because these people all, like you're all just going about, you're doing your daily, but this is something that you're passionate about. Your heart is in it, and if everybody really is into this, the people you've picked, the musicians, really want to do this tribute band, I think that's great. Not a cover, tribute. I think that's the ticket.
Yeah.
I do. Then, but still, getting everyone together like that for these rehearsals.
It's interesting, though.
That are sporadic sometimes, I'm sure.
Extremely sporadic.
Yeah.
There are such professionals that each person charts her or his own parts.
Wow.
And they learn from either the studio recording, like it's on the record,
Mhm.
or if we're doing a tribute to something that was performed live, then they're looking at a YouTube video.
Right, okay.
So
And lifting.
they show up prepared. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you kind of,
They
this
are
kind of stuff you
professionals.
have to.
You want me to go around and explain
Bec-
exactly who's in the band?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Well,
would like to know.
Tim Wright needs no introduction.
Okay, so he's in. He's crossed over.
But
He's in both.
he only plays guitar,
Mm.
pedal steel, and harmonica, and he could probably do them all at the same time.
Okay.
And he sings,
Okay.
lead vocals and background vocals.
Okay.
We call him the captain.
The captain. All right.
I'm kind of like the first
Captain Wright.
Captain, just captain.
Captain.
Actually, Captain Will T. is what we call him.
Okay.
Anyway, so, and I play guitar and sing lead and background vocals. And then, to my right, stage right, would be Catherine Federspiel,
Okay.
who is a phenomenal vocalist who is new to live performing, newer. to live
Okay,
performing.
who's the, yeah, because you had a great woman with you. Tall, blonde.
That's Catherine.
She's good.
She's great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And her equal in that department
Okay.
is Tim's daughter. We believe in nepotism in
Oh,
this band.
no, I've heard her sing.
Emily
Yes,
Wright
she's
Gossett.
very good.
She's tremendous.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
And then I'm trying to go around the stage plot.
So that's two women.
Sarah
Tim, you,
Scarborough.
and Sarah, who plays everything with
McLaughlin.
keys.
Mhm.
Okay.
The accordion.
Is she going to be playing the accordion in this band?
She is.
I love, okay.
She is.
That's, okay.
Because we got some Muddy Cajun music that requires that. And her husband, Jeffrey
Okay.
McLaughlin, is our percussionist,
Okay.
who's accomplished, I think, I'm pretty confident, he teaches that at Westfield High School.
Okay.
And our drummer is Dane Clark, who you might know as John Mellencamp's drummer.
Yes.
26 years now.
Right.
For the Art Rocks at the Carmel International Arts Festival.
Which you're playing.
Yeah, September 24th.
They're going to be there playing
We are.
at the International Arts Festival.
7:30 to 10.
That'll be awesome.
So, but Dane unfortunately won't be with us
Okay.
because he'll be playing for Mel at
Okay.
Farm Aid
Yeah.
in Raleigh.
Can you tell him to get a sub for that, or?
I think it's probably best that he collect the check that he's due down in Raleigh.
Just tell him
But wait,
to
this
tell.
shows the versatility because
No, so
Jeffrey,
who's stepping in?
Jeffrey's gonna slide, he teaches it. He's gonna slide in and play.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah.
Same charts and everything.
Good. Great. Excellent.
And, okay, so then
So
we
you
go.
got some horns. You got some brass in
Wait,
there.
I'm doing the back line first. Here.
Okay.
Okay,
This
so
guy's-
Andrew Moore,
Yeah.
I think is the finest steel drum player in central Indiana. We have him, and he also plays timbales.
Okay.
And then our horn player is Jeff Conrad, who in years past toured with Ray Charles. You ever heard of him? Internationally. He was a founding member of Oingo Boingo. He's played in Broadway, theater pits.
How do you get, I mean, obviously, they're living here now.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be local.
There.
Right. How did you hook up with these guys?
Tim.
Because of Tim? Okay.
Tim knows
Okay.
everybody.
Yeah, okay.
I know some.
Yeah.
You know, but he's been doing it for,
I know.
51,
A long
52
time, I
years,
know.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I neglected somebody else back there, Greg Anderson, who performs locally all the time,
Okay.
is a great keyboardist and vocalist. So
Okay.
we have two. Sometimes he'll play the keyboard, and
Right.
Sarah will play a synthesizer part or an accordion part,
Yeah,
and vice versa.
right.
Um,
Yeah, these guys sound great. I mean, they all sound absolutely incredible.
Thank you. I'm trying to think if I left anybody out of my name. 12
Well, if you
people.
did, you'll hear from them.
Yeah.
But this, and I would, if you're gonna be at the
Oh,
Carmel
wait.
yes, oh God.
Shame on me. Brian Hedrick, of Polka Boy fame,
Oh, sure.
yep, and who has been teaching music, I think, his entire adult life, is our lead guitarist.
Okay.
And Randy Melson, Sandy Patty's bassist,
Yes.
is our bassist.
My gosh, you have such a good group here.
I'm
You just
so
upped-
fortunate to
You
hang out
just
with these guys.
upped the bar for like, I don't know what. I mean, this is like some incredible musicians you
Yeah,
have here.
When we got together the first time, which would have been actually during the pandemic,
Yeah.
we went to Dodd Technologies up in, I think it's near Pendleton.
Yeah.
No, it's north of there. Anyway, Mark Dodd was very gracious. We had one rehearsal, and then the next day we're shooting our demo reel.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, having never been in that position before, having 5 cameras flying in your face while you're
Yeah.
trying to sing and play.
Yeah.
So
But
we have a
but
demo reel.
Good. I'm glad you do for this band. Excellent, because you should. And you guys, I mean, I'm so glad you did that. And you know it's gonna be worth it.
Yep. So we
Because you
have-
gotta have one. And what about did you get photos of the band? You guys
have
photos, good
too,
photos?
yeah. So
Yeah.
anybody can find that at barometersoup.rocks, which is a
Okay.
real website.
Okay, good.
And
Excellent.
there's some SoundCloud files on there and videos of, unfortunately, an on-again, off-again rainy gig that we did
Yeah.
at Cool Creek,
Yeah.
but the live recordings
Yeah.
and video
Yeah.
are there. It was still a blast.
Oh,
It was an
it
absolute
sounds
blast.
awesome. I hope I can come over to the festival and see you guys. Oh, you're playing at 7:30.
Mhm.
Exactly what night? Tell me.
Saturday night, the 24th of September.
September 24th at 7:30 at the International Arts Festival. I'm gonna run over and try to see you guys,
Thank you.
because I am dying to hear the sound that's
Well,
gonna
he
come
has
out of
a-
this band. I mean, you have some exceptional musicians. And you.
We're very fortunate.
you-
I am. I'm the least of them.
No, listen. This is, you're gonna sing, you're gonna tell all the stories, you're gonna give all the thing. And listen, I know you give the credit to Captain
Will T.
but however, it's always, things are a collaboration,
It is.
okay? And even though he knows these musicians and knows these guys, he's not gonna do it. It wouldn't have happened without you, okay?
Yeah,
It wouldn't have.
it's a family atmosphere. I mean,
Right,
we'll get
and
along
it,
so great.
and it should be.
Yeah.
So you guys, everybody to collaborate, you all have to get along,
There's
especially
no
if you're,
tension.
especially if you're making music together.
Yeah,
You know, you're making this music you love
Wouldn't be
together.
more fun than making music, I mean, for real.
Well, really, and like I say, you're having fun, you have an energy together, and the audience knows that. Just like with theater, it's the same thing, it's all the entertainment world, right?
And you're right.
You know?
And we are gonna play all the songs you know by heart, which is an
Oh,
album
people are
title.
gonna go nuts.
There'll be some others in there that will be a surprise
Okay,
to,
good.
or surprises
Yeah.
to the folks out there.
Well, people are gonna love it.
It's a fun show. It's fun to play. It's fun to see how the audience reacts.
Was the kickoff that Cool Creek? Was that the
No,
kickoff?
we played late night on Main, it would have been a year ago, June.
Okay, so
It was
you,
during the International Mayor's, I'm sorry, I should know the name of this.
oh,
There was a conference in town.
oh, no, I know exactly what you're talking about, because we had to go sing over at the Palladium for
Okay,
it.
all right.
Yes,
So it was that Friday night.
yes,
And it was our first live show.
okay.
And I just remember looking out from the stage, and it was exciting, it was heartwarming, it was everything.
Sure.
From the stage, like right in front of Baslo's and Monterey Cuisine.
Yeah,
If you looked to the east, it was wall-to-wall people back to Rangeline Road. And it's like, Tim and I looked at each other afterward and said, wow.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
So whether they were out there just to party and have a good time, or they actually were into the music or a combination
Well,
there.
first thing, it should be a combination,
Yeah.
okay? So, I mean, of course, I mean, what are they gonna be out there, silent?
Yeah, we try to make an experience out of it.
That you have to, right? And it sounds like you're really gonna make an experience with it. So,
That's all right.
all right, I'm getting the high sign, we gotta wrap it up. Oh my gosh, we could talk about this
We've
like
already been here for 3 hours?
2.5.
Okay.
2.5. But, coral. So anyway, listen, let's just not forget that. The shirt is coral. But listen, Steve, you're awesome.
Thank you, sir.
I wish you the best of luck with this band. I'm going to try to come see it September 24th over at the International Arts Festival at 7:30 to 10, Barometer Soup. These musicians all are incredible. I mean, I know some of them from your other band, and they're very good, but these additions that you have sound absolutely like you have skyrocketed
Yeah.
with this, sounds like with this band.
Right out of the gate, it was a pinch me moment for me.
Oh, I mean,
For real.
that's great. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. That's
Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you.
And yeah, so go check them out, and also read Current, please, because it's a great little newspaper. We really like it. Six, not five, six
Editions.
editions. Okay, I only made those two
Every
mistakes.
Tuesday.
I think I only made those two mistakes.
That's all right.
It's free, comes to your house, it's wonderful, and I read it every week. So listen, and also, real quick, Nonsense, our production of Nonsense is still running till September 25th over at the Studio Theater. Please come see it. It is absolutely wonderful. The cast is wonderful together, and it is a great little musical. I love it, and it runs till September 25th. So come on over and have a good time with a couple of crazy, not a couple, 5 incredibly talented and crazy nuns. I'm Cindy Collins, and thank you for joining us for Lunch Break with ATI and my guest and friend, Steve Greenberg.
Thank you.
Toodaloo.
Cheers.
Yes.